I was in a conversation the other day with someone when they said, the world is your oyster. I stopped and I thought, oh, I don't even like oysters. My next thought, I wonder what the origin of that saying is and what it truly means. Those answers straight ahead. Your host here, Stephen Carter, and I welcome you to this episode of History of Everyday Sayings. This show is for you if you're a logophile, a writer, a speaker, a philomath, or you're simply someone who loves history tidbits you can use to impress friends and family. During a conversation with someone, I heard them say, the world is your oyster. My initial reaction was, ooh, I don't like the taste of oysters. And I really had no idea where that term came from or the real meaning. So it was off to search the interwebs to get the real scoop, the information about this saying, this, at least to me, this rather odd saying. Going to the website nosweatshakespeare.com, nosweatshakespeare.com, they tell us the world is your oyster is often said to young people about to embark on their adult years. It simply means that everything is open to them, and if one is lucky, they could encounter something special. It's a metaphor, of course, and as this entry notes, a fresh oyster can be a rather difficult thing to open, but when it's opened, you may find a pearl inside of that oyster. So the implication is life is an oyster. We just may have to look a little harder within some oysters than others to find our pearls. Where did this term come from? Well, it came from William Shakespeare's comedy, The Merry Wives of Windsor. Although it is a misquote, the actual quote from the play is the world's mine oyster, M-I-N-E, the world's mine oyster. In this play, Shakespeare reintroduces one of his characters, Sir John Falstaff. In this play, Falstaff is a con man and his target two Windsor women who he is attempting to, steal their money. Also in this play is a character named Pistol, P-I-S-T-O-L, and Pistol utters the line, "The world's mine oyster," during a conversation with Falstaff about money. But Falstaff says, "I will not lend thee a penny." And Pistol replies, "Why then the world's mine oyster, which I will with sword open." Falstaff holds his ground and says, "Not a penny." So the original metaphor in this play, it really has a violent connotation. Basically, Falstaff, if you don't give me the money, I will have no alternative than to use violence to get it. Alas, robbery and murder, if that's necessary, so be it. As so often happens with sayings from Shakespeare's work, it's not exactly what was originally stated, and indeed the meaning is quite different. So when we say the world is your oyster, we want, of course, the modern-day interpretation of that statement. Thank you for listening. If you're curious about exploring more about this saying, I will have source information in the show notes. For more amazing history of everyday sayings, tasty auditory tidbits you can use to amaze friends and family, do subscribe or follow for free where you get your podcasts. If you would like to comment on this or any other episode, email me at cartermethod@gmail.com. Until our next visit, your host here, Stephen Carter, and I wish you and your loved ones blessings in abundance.